Alrighty, what's going on guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are going to try our first review today. I've never done one of these before, mainly because I'm terrible at getting my thoughts out in a structured way. And you'll figure that out here. I thought, you know what, let's just give it a go. We'll try it, we'll see how bad it comes out. You let me know how you feel. But we're going to do a little review of Superbike 2022, or 22 technically. I've obviously already made a video on this. I wasn't particularly positive about it. I have since then put a few more hours into the game. You know, I tried to learn it, and I've still come to the conclusion that it's not the perfect game, I'll be honest. It could have been better. It could have been so much better. Now, I do need to preface everything I'm about to say with the fact that this is a half-price game. And one final thing I'm going to preference. I like racing games, right? I'm not just a hater because, you know, I have half the trophies. And I have nearly 200 hours in MotoGP 21. Just as that is, you know, I have 134 hours on the PS5 version of MotoGP 21. I don't hate bike games. I want to love them. I do. I wanted to love this game. So yeah, I'm just going to stick that in there. So we'll start with the positives. We'll start good, and then we'll head on to the negatives. But the positives, graphically, this game looks great. Graphics are amazing, right? They were great in MotoGP 21. They're great in MotoGP 22. They're really good in this game. You know, it's very bright and vibrant. And the bike models, you know, in first-person mode, the cockpit, it looks great. The dashboard looks amazing. The actual bike models themselves look great. You know, it's some of the best detail we've had in a racing game for a while. There isn't much you can customize, which is, again, it'll lead on to a problem later. But if you look at a game like, I don't know, what's that game called? Is it called Rims? I've not played that one yet, but I have seen reviews and stuff on it. And obviously, the customization in that game is ridiculously in-depth. Whereas this one, not really. If you've played any of the MotoGP games, you'll know how it works. You can upgrade in the main, like, and I suppose the career mode. You can upgrade your bike's electrics. There's a whole like tree, and that's kind of it. There isn't really much you can do. The managers and like your technical staff and all like your garage workforce, I guess, you can't really do much with them either. So they're not the best. But yeah, bike models, everything, they look fantastic. The AI is a bit... It's funny because the older the games are, the more realistic they are. And these ones, if you're on the start-finish line, it's just a game of bumper carts. You know, you have people just smashing into each other, and that's not obviously how bikes work at all. But yeah, the models, the dash, everything like that, it's fantastic. And unfortunately, that is about all we get in terms of positives for this game, because now we're heading to the negatives, and there are a lot of them. It's a shame, it really is. I don't just want to hate games. You know, I wanted to like this game, I did. But the brakes, I said it in my first video on this, I still say it now. The braking system in this game is atrocious. You can straight up go from 6th to 1st, all the way down to about 60 kilometers and still not hit the corners. It's ridiculous. If you follow the braking lines in this game, you will just fall off, because the brakes are terrible. So it's tragic how bad the braking system is in this game. You brake way before the line, and then you're way too slow for the corner. You brake on the line, you will miss the corner and fall off. But yet, the AI seem to be able to brake way later than you do and still hit the corner perfectly. I don't know if that's how that works, Chief. But it is how it works in this game, apparently. And the curbs. Now, I don't know any time I've watched a Superbike race and Johnny Ray has hit a curb and it's sent him into space. Because it's not how curbs work. They seem, unless someone's been walking around the curbs and covering them with oil, you do not hit a curb and fall off. It's never happened, unless it's wet. But in this game, you seem to catapult yourself off your bike when you hit a curb for some reason. I don't know why. It's never been like that in any other bike game we've played. Another thing I think is done pretty poorly in this game is the home screen. It's very, very outdated for what we're on. Compare the home screen. I'm going to put up a video of MotoGP 22's home screen right now. And we'll just look at how much more creative it is. Now, bearing in mind, Superbike came out after MotoGP 22. And it's made by the same company. It's made by Milestone. Look at the difference. Compare the difference. And just how much further back we've come. We've come back 2 years now. Why is it like this? 22 had the home screen done perfectly. And my final kind of big complaint with this game is just the lack of classes. You know, if I put up a screenshot now, if I put up a screenshot of MotoGP 22, and there's going to be a lot of comparisons here, but that's just because MotoGP 22 is just the better game. Look at how many classes there are. There are 9. Now, admittedly, MotoGP 22 has some of its own problems, which I might get into in a separate video. We'll see. And in Superbikes, there are 3 classes, so it's not quite as busy as MotoGP. But there's the World Superbikes, the World Super Sports, and the World Super Sport 300s. So there are 2 more classes you could have put in. You could have also put in some of like the older championships, a bit like MotoGP 22 did with the 2009 season. You know, you could have put in World Superbike, I don't know, 2015, and had some of like the little kind of cool challenges that you had in that game, where like, I don't know, this rider has to overtake and make a gap, just like he did in the year, or something like that. You know, something cool. But there's no historic classes, there's no historic tracks, there's no historic riders, there's no support classes. It's just one, and that's it. There's no career manager mode, or no like junior. There's no junior classes, so you can't have junior teams. Yeah, it's just a very, very bare bones game, and I would be fine with spending, you know, £12–15 on this game. But the fact of the matter is, I've paid £32 for a quarter of a £60 game. And finally, my final negative. I don't want this video to just be 6 minutes of me moaning. Is reused assets. Look on the screen there. You've got side by side. Luckily, it happened to just line up in perfect how I wanted it. But those animations are the exact same animations they've been using for the last 3 years. The exact same. So yeah, I'm just going to end that one there. I wanted to like this game. If I could give it a rating out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 4. It's nice to have a Superbike game. I'm hoping they put some time and effort into it, and that we sorry for all the slang, brother. And that we get, you know, the support classes and the World Super Sports, and maybe some kind of history mode. I don't know, maybe put some of the older tracks in, because at the minute the game is very bare bones. And like I said, if you had to pick now, with all your Christmas money, if you've not already spent it, I'd tell you to buy MotoGP 22. It's a vastly superior game. Vastly superior game. And although the Superbike is just that game with different skins, I still think MotoGP wins. It's just a better game. But yeah, I'm going to end that one there. Like I said, I give it a 4 out of 10. If you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments. I very much am new to this review kind of style. Like I said, getting my thoughts out. Although to be fair, I think I've done a pretty good job this time, but getting my thoughts out in cohesive sentences is difficult for me. My mind wanders and I can't read a script because I sound like I'm reading. Like if I get up, I try and read this like super uniquely. But the World Superbike's class leading category features production-based racing motorcycles in comparison with standard road models. So you can tell I'm reading, mainly because of the words. But anyway, guys, if you are new around here, please subscribe. This is my second channel, I suppose. I have 4 YouTube channels. All of the links are in the description box down below. And if you are a fan of motorbikes and motorcycles and racing, I run 2 different Instagram accounts that focus solely on bikes. Acidity Bikes is for bike games, and Mr. S, so it's M.R.S photos. That is my real life racing account. I don't race, Jesus, I wish. For like actual races when I go outside to the track, and all the pictures I take. I'll try and remember to link in the comments. But yeah, that is that. Yeah, I'm going to end that one there. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Links to all of my social media in the description box down below. I hope you all had a good Christmas. I hope you all have a good New Year's. And bring on 2023.